Welcome to the Discover Universal podcast. Keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle. And watch your step on the moving walkway because we're taking you park to park to prepare you for your next visit. Let's Discover Universal.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Discover Universal podcast. I'm David and I love long stands on the moving walkway.
And I'm Kari and I love window shopping.
Yeah?
The Fat Tuesdays window, the Margaritaville window, the Pat O'Brien's window. I love them all.
What do all those things have in common?
I come to CityWalk
They're
and
all
find
at
out.
CityWalk, that's right.
Today we are talking about all things Universal CityWalk. Dining, shopping, entertainment, the epicenter of awesome.
I love it.
Yeah.
This is going to be a great episode. We have a very special interview, an amazing lunch that we had with the executive chef of CityWalk.
Yep.
His name is Chef Marcos.
Yeah.
He was the coolest.
He's the best. He gave us a lot of information. So hang out with us and learn about all things CityWalk and get ready to discover Universal.
This episode all about Universal CityWalk here in Orlando, Florida.
That's correct.
Yeah. And I do clarify that.
Yes.
Because the original CityWalk opened at Universal Studios Hollywood.
Yes.
Way back in the day. Way back in the 1993.
Oh my gosh. Years ago.
And then over here in Orlando, our CityWalk was actually part of the expansion that brought Universal's Islands of Adventure here to our beautiful Universal Orlando Resort.
That's right. I believe that CityWalk used to be a parking lot.
It was.
Wow.
If you want your mind blown today, go on the internet and search for like original Universal Studios Florida entrance.
Yeah.
And you'll see pictures of the original park, the original entrance, the giant parking lot that went right up to basically the archway, the gates of Universal Studios Florida that you see today.
Yeah.
It was all different. The globe was in a different spot.
Wow.
You would literally drive right up to the front. And now to look at it and see all these amazing restaurants, all these amazing entertainment venues,
Yeah.
a giant lagoon that connects to some of our different hotels. It is mind-blowing. It
We've
is
come a
so
long way.
difficult to see how one became the other, but it did.
You're right.
In 1999. That's
And
when
here
I
we
came
are.
into
We
the
get to
picture.
enjoy it every single day. David, let's talk about what people can expect when they enter CityWalk.
Okay.
What's it all about?
So you're probably entering through our parking structures.
Yes.
Right? So you're coming through the security, which is our security hub right there before you get into CityWalk. But that is on the way in and it just kind of opens up in front of you. There's kind of multiple levels. There's one level that you'll enter in at. You'll have your Starbucks there right off the bat if
on
you
the
need to
left
start
side.
your day with coffee.
Yes, you got your sort of main thoroughfare all the way down. It shows you that main thoroughfare has a lot to see. We have some of our quick service restaurants there. There's the movie theater on your right side. Like David said, there's Starbucks. There is
A miniature golf course.
oh my gosh,
You're going to see
forgot about the
Hollywood
mini-golf.
drive-in mini golf
Yes.
right when you come in over the moving walkways there.
Yeah.
Definitely so much fun to check out.
There's a bridge over top. You can look up to the second level. And then when you get through CityWalk, you get to the edge of the lagoon. There are a lot of kiosks and, again, a lot of things to see, a lot of restaurants. To your right is Universal Studios Florida, and to your left is Islands of Adventure. And that's the entranceway.
Yeah. And so I guess we would assume most guests are probably going to make their way through CityWalk at the beginning of the day.
Yes.
They're trying to get to the theme parks.
Correct.
But today we really want to dive in and talk about all the amazing offerings at CityWalk. Maybe you'll want to enjoy it during lunchtime. Maybe you'll want to enjoy it in the evening after you've experienced the theme parks.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're a local, you come out and have some fun. If you're staying at the hotels, come out on an off day and have some fun at CityWalk.
All right. So I think one of the biggest things that CityWalk has to offer is dining.
Definitely number one on the list of like, what are you getting out of CityWalk?
Yeah.
Amazing restaurants.
If you're a foodie, that is the place to be at Universal Orlando Resort. Tons of different cuisine. There's table service. There's quick service. There's really quick service that you can, sit at the lagoon. You can grab a drink and watch the sunset. There's just so much. I'm like stumbling over myself to break it down, I guess.
Maybe the best way is just to give everybody a rundown.
Okay,
What's out there?
That's great.
Should we just list them out?
let's do it.
Okay.
All right. So let's say we're walking in to CityWalk
All right.
through that, like you said, from the parking garage.
Right. So
And-
first on your left, you got Bubba Gump Shrimp Company, restaurant and market. And then, of course, you got your Starbucks. You keep going Cold Stone Creamery for some little ice cream treat.
Come on, you got to
got
get some ice cream.
Cinnabon on the right side.
Another
Always
dessert
smells
stop.
incredible.
Yeah.
We have our pizza offering, Red Oven Pizza Bakery.
Definitely elevating pizza to something else. I mean,
serving up some fresh baked pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Right there.
Real good.
We ate that a couple weeks ago.
We did.
There's really good pepperoni pizza.
Yeah.
There's really good, there's like prosciutto and arugula pizza. Our producer, Michelle, loves the fungi.
Yes.
Which is the mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just talking about me.
That's
I'm
right.
a fun guy.
You're
But it is the mushroom pizza.
It's so good. There's red pizzas. There's white pizzas. They'll be happy to customize it for you. There's a really great patio that you can sit outside. You can kind of people watch as you're eating your pizza. It's a lot of fun.
All right. And now we've gotten to the end of the main thoroughfare and it's opened up in front of us.
That's right. Now you have a choice. Are we going left?
Yeah. So right to the left, there's a strange
Right
yellow.
to the left or left to the right?
To your left.
To your
There's a strange creature sitting there, yellow
Yeah.
bug eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That apparently is what a cowfish looks like.
That's right.
The actual fish, a cowfish, and that
The
is the mascot
cowfish.
of the Cowfish Sushi Burger Bar.
It is a hybrid restaurant, and somehow they have managed to sandwich sushi and burgers into the same menu and really make it work.
And they call it, of course, burgushi.
Yes, that is the ultimate hybrid dish that you can order at the Cowfish.
Tons of cool stuff there. And right
Yeah.
next to there is another one of my very favorite places to eat at CityWalk,
Mm-hmm.
Vivo Italian Kitchen.
It's beautiful.
Super classy.
Yeah.
Amazing Italian offerings there.
Fresh pasta.
A great wine menu as well, if you're over 21, to enjoy that. Because, of course, what pairs better with fresh pasta than a nice glass of wine to go with it?
Absolutely.
They actually make all the pasta fresh
Mhm.
in the restaurant.
Mhm.
There's certain places you can sit and actually like see them preparing the food.
Yeah.
That place is great.
Very good. The bread is also very good. If you like want to go on a date night or something, it's really romantic. It's beautiful lighting and everything. You're really going to enjoy it if you like Italian food.
Right next door to that is Big Fire,
Okay.
which is one of the more recent restaurants, I think,
Yeah.
right? The whole thing there is everything's like cooked over an open flame,
Yes.
more or less. So
Yes.
a
A
lot of
big fire.
steaks, seafood, even the appetizers. Like they have these amazing Brussels sprouts that are roasted over that open flame.
So good.
And my personal favorite, their bar is stocked with bourbons.
Oh, and they have
a
a very special bourbon that's not brewed, but it is crafted
It's like
specifically
a
for them.
special single barrel just for Big Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, check that out. And a super cool little patio out front too.
Oh, that's a really great place to go. If you want to sit outside, it kind of recreates a campfire atmosphere.
Yeah.
You want to sit around a fire pit with your friends and just, sip some bourbon. Or one of my favorite cocktails is the peanut butter and jelly old fashioned.
Whoa.
I know. It's something else. Get on over there. Try it.
Okay. So we're continuing around the loop.
Yes.
We're still right to the left. We're going to go over to the left again.
Okay.
And at that point, we would run into Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville.
Margaritaville is,
Jimmy Buffett
look,
is not there, but
It's
the
true.
music is playing.
yes, it is. It's classic American food. I mean, there's cheeseburgers in paradise.
Right.
My friends, we got
They got some great
nachos.
volcano nachos.
Yes.
Made with bits of real volcano.
Oh,
So you know it's good.
you're gonna lava it. I'll see myself out. No,
And right across from there, I know is one of your favorite spots. It's the Lone Palm Airport.
right across the way there, you can't miss it. There's a literal airplane
Yeah.
there that you can put your toes in the sand, just like Jimmy Buffett would, and you can sip a beautiful drink right on the lagoon. It's a lot of fun. That's one of my favorite places to go, especially at sunset.
Okay. All right. So now we're rolling. We're not going over that bridge to Islands of Adventure.
No, man, we're staying
not
at
going
CityWalk
there
today. CityWalk today.
So instead, we're curling around, and you'll see kind of an uphill incline.
Yeah.
And that's up to the second level of CityWalk.
Right.
So we're up there. Next one you'll run into, Antojitos, authentic Mexican food. So the word antojitos refers to kind of small plates. So there's a
Yep.
lot of little plate offerings there. Amazing street corn. Gosh, the tacos are so good. There's also full-size entrees there as well. You're not going to want to miss the tableside guacamole
Okay.
that is prepared by a guacamole artiste.
Of course.
Um,
Right in front of you, there's like a bunch of different ingredients. You can pick whichever one if you want it extra spicy,
Yep.
if you
throw
want
some
it
more jalapenos in
extra
there.
tomatoes or onions, or they put olives in it, cilantro, jalapeno, everything. It's you can really craft your own guacamole.
And
It's
of
delicious.
course, they pair with the amazing margaritas.
We got to talk about those real quick.
They're good.
Oh my gosh.
Is that
There's
the
a-
end of discussion? They're
Well,
good.
That's it. There's a lot of times after work that some tableside guac and a nice margarita is exactly what you need.
Yeah.
You can go and you can sit at the bar whenever you want. If you do want to make a reservation, this is sort of a blanket statement for all of the restaurants there. But if you do want to make a reservation, do it like way early because people are going to get there and they're going to want to soak up those restaurants. So if you are planning to come, make sure that you get that dining reservation as early as possible.
Yeah. So across the way, we have the Hot Dog Hall of Fame.
That is one of your favorites.
I'm a fan. I'm a big baseball fan.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the theme of Hot Dog Hall of Fame. They actually, the ground kind of tile or whatever right in front of the service window looks like a little baseball diamond.
Yeah.
They actually have some stadium seating from different stadiums around the country.
Literal bleachers.
And then all the hot dogs are inspired by different ballpark dogs all over the country. So there's like a Chicago dog, a New York dog.
A 2-foot long dog.
A 2 foot long hot dog.
We got to talk about that.
Which is inspired by
A baseball bat.
the 2 foot long.
It's ginormous, and it comes with its own carrying case. If you want to get a bunch of hot dogs for your family, consider going with that 2 foot long hot dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if you want to take it down by yourself, nobody's judging.
Go for
you
it.
do you. Okay, continuing on the upper level, there's some to-go places.
Right? We got the Fat Tuesday window.
There you go.
Does that count?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We're continuing on that second level. There's a lot of windows, some grab-and-go options. So for our guests that are 21 and up that would like to enjoy some alcoholic beverages while they are staying in CityWalk, there is the to-go window over at Margaritaville. Then there's the to-go window over at Fat Tuesdays.
Awesome.
I
So
think
good.
Pat O'Brien's also has
They have a
to-go.
to-go window for the Hurricanes.
Yes.
We don't want to skip over those. Pat O'Brien's and Bob Marley, Tribute to Freedom. Both full-service restaurants. They got good food there, too. Great drinks, great vibe, live music some nights, some evenings. The piano bar at Pat O'Brien's. They'll have a house band in there sometimes for Bob Marley, Tribute to Freedom.
Yeah.
So much fun to hang out there.
A blast. Continuing on that second level.
We're going over the bridge now.
Yeah. And we have our Asian fusion offering Bend the Bao, selling bao buns.
Also upstairs, now we're above, if you're following along in your head, we're above the movie theater now.
Yes.
In the ring with all the lights and stuff. There's some recognizable fast food options if you're just looking for something quick and easy.
So going down those stairs on the right side, I guess towards the Universal Studios Florida side, there is the Bread Box handcrafted sandwiches. If you just want to grab a sandwich to go and a bag of chips, that's a great option.
They're
Next,
yummy
they
sandwiches.
really are. There is Menchie's frozen yogurt. Again, very customizable. You literally create it yourself.
Pile those toppings on it.
Going down the stairs to the right side is, of course, Voodoo Donuts.
Yeah, a giant throne of donuts that you'll want to probably sit at and take a picture.
The restaurant's like bright pink, so you're not going to miss it at all.
Nope.
There's a lot to look at, a lot to smell coming out of Voodoo Donuts.
Yeah, it's so popular now that they've actually added a mobile ordering stand.
Yeah.
Just across the walkway. So if you want to kind of beat the crowds that are there, look on the Universal Orlando app. You can order your donuts ahead of time and then you can go pick them up, ready to go. You got to get that pink box. You're going to see people walking around with a giant pink cardboard box full of donuts.
It's kind of a rite of passage. You know,
Yeah.
if you're coming here, you're getting the donuts. You got to get something to show off.
I guess you can't just get one donut because everyone's walking out with a dozen in this giant pink box.
Newsflash, you can get one donut, but
Oh,
why
well, I am
would you?
incapable.
Why would you? There's so many options, and they're really unique. I mean, there's donuts with cereal on it. There's donuts with every kind of topping and glaze
Filling and-
cream that you can imagine.
Yeah.
Then there's also NBC Sports Grill and Brew. So that's something totally different right next door to Voodoo Donuts. And it is exactly that. It's a sports bar. There's a lot of really great American fare, a lot of
Awesome
shareable
burgers.
options.
Great appetizers there.
Oh, yeah.
They
oh, yeah.
have an awesome handmade pretzel.
Yes.
It's gigantic.
Yeah.
One of my favorite fried cheese curds is a good
Ooh,
one.
Yeah.
You'll always see the families in the park that are all decked out in their football jerseys all together. I always think like, hey, head over to NBC Sports Grill and Brew. They probably have the game on.
And then also, so that leads us to the lagoon. So there's a bunch of kiosks on
Coming
the
around
lagoon.
the other side now.
Annie Ann's Pretzels, Fat
Yes,
Tuesday,
yes.
a secondary location for Fat Tuesdays, because you got to have two. There's a smattering of take and go drinks and other options. So I think that covers all of the dining.
Well, no, we got to get to the other side of the lagoon.
Oh my gosh,
There's
David.
a couple big ones.
Wait a minute.
There's a couple big
I
ones.
forgot the lagoon was there.
So it's easy to forget. You can walk right into it.
I know.
We have Hard Rock Cafe.
Yes.
Of course, the global brand that is Hard Rock Cafe. They have a location right here in our little old Universal Orlando CityWalk. And it just happens to be the largest Hard Rock Cafe in the world.
I was going to say, it's not little by any means.
Thanks in part to the Hard Rock Live venue.
Yes.
So they have a concert venue that's attached to the Hard Rock Cafe. All the great rock and roll memorabilia all throughout there. super cool like VIP lounge in
Oh,
there.
yeah.
There's so much. It's like, I mean, it is. It's like a museum. There's
is.
so much stuff in there.
If you're a music fan, you got to check it out.
Check it out. They have their vibe host there, and
Ooh.
if they're not too busy, you can ask if anybody's available to give a tour, and they'll actually walk you through the restaurant and
That's cool.
show you all the cool things.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, next to
And
how
now
can I
we've
forget?
arrived.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
okay.
piece de resistance of CityWalk across the lagoon. It is the Toothsome Chocolate Emporium and Savory Feast Kitchen. First of all, it is a full-service restaurant.
Yes.
So if you want to just go, it's not just like ice cream and truffles, although they have that too.
They have all that.
They have a full
It's
savory,
not just chocolate.
yes, full savory menu, amazing appetizers, incredible entrees, tons of desserts, all day breakfast, all day brunch, excuse
yeah.
me. And every single thing that I've had there is absolutely delicious. Now, that is the savory part of it. There is, of course, a candy shop. They have handmade milkshakes. They have a gift shop. They have so much going on in Toothsome.
We can't gloss over the milkshakes. That's
That's
probably
right.
what they're best known for.
Of course.
They have this incredible menu of milkshakes
Yeah.
that are so over the top in the best way possible.
If you've seen those
Literally
milkshakes,
over the top, because the milkshake goes over the top of the cup
Spills
that they come in.
over the mason jar. If you've ever seen like the craziest, most Instagrammable milkshakes on the internet, this is where they're coming from.
Yes.
They are, like David said, they're like several tiers. It's not just milkshake. There's like icing and like stuff on the glass and like sprinkles and like sauces and like cakes and sometimes a whole cupcake or like a chocolate covered strawberry or a banana, or they just keep going.
And with that, Carrie, with the cherry on top of the cupcake on top of the milkshake.
That sounds good, actually.
I think we have come to the end of our whirlwind dining journey around CityWalk.
We are here with Chef Marcos Colon. He is the executive chef of CityWalk.
Yes, I am. Thanks
Chef,
for
thank
having
you
me.
so much for joining us.
Oh, glad to be here.
First,
We're glad to have you.
yeah, we would
We're
love
all
to know a
glad.
little bit about your story. How did you make it all the way to an executive chef?
Oh, that's a long story.
Okay.
I started at humble beginnings. No. Actually, culinary wasn't in my view at all. I took a job at CityWalk as part of the opening team at Pasta More as a line cook when we were opening CityWalk. Just as a job, was going to school for accounting. No interest in culinary beyond eating the food. Was
where I'm
lucky. Was lucky to work with a few chefs that just were so passionate about everything food that they would bring in fish to help you fabricate and meat to break down and how to cook all these different things, and it was just infectious. It really made me jump onto wanting to do what they were doing. So I decided, hey, this is going to be my career. So from Pasta More as a line cook, worked my way up all the way through CityWalk to every position you could think of, to sous chef to restaurant chef. So if there's a venue in CityWalk now, I probably worked in there. And then was lucky enough to utilize the functionality of being able to jump around to different venues. So I've been the chef over in Mythos as well in Islands of Adventure. I've been the banquet chef for the entire resort. And then most recently been able to come back home to CityWalk as the executive chef. So it's kind of a return home to where I started my entire career. So it's great to be back there. But over 20 years in the company, wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I imagine you're involved with like the creation of menus and new menu items, maybe?
Absolutely.
Cool.
And we get the chefs involved in the venues as well, because who knows their business better than them? So it varies, but for the most part, we try to be as far ahead as we can. The other cool thing is we have a production kitchen here, which allows us to make a lot of things that otherwise you would have to buy. So, and I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions. People think we buy a lot of stuff because
Yeah.
we're so large, but we have a production kitchen that operates, and anything that can't be done in venue is produced by them, from sauces to taking a whole fish and breaking it down, to all these different things, to desserts, to fresh bread. You get out a burger in any of our venues, I think the mindset is, oh, it's a frozen patty, where no, we're making it fresh in our production kitchen every day, and the bun that it goes on as well is a fresh bun made every single day. So
Wow.
No way. That's why.
So the entire resort wide is fresh meat, fresh produce.
Yep. Yeah, and you'll see, right? There's some things, and I don't want to say 100%, right? I don't want anyone calling me a liar out there.
Sure.
Right? Everything has its place, but, the goal is fresh, right? Highest quality, make sure it makes sense within the business model. But, my chef and his chef and the chefs all the way up, it's quality. You don't ever have to sacrifice it. Theme park food doesn't have to be a negative term. It should be a positive term.
Yeah.
So, and that's our goal, to kind of, recreate what the definition is of theme park food.
Personally, we talked about this when we had lunch as well, but, just from my anecdotal observation, like I've seen food become such a more prominent focus here at Universal Orlando, like over the last several years.
Yeah.
Especially in the events, we've talked about Mardi Gras food. I can't wait to find out what's new at Halloween Horror Nights this year for food. But, going back to CityWalk specifically, like, is there sort of an overall kind of vision for what food should be here? What food, what place food has as part of someone's vacation here?
For CityWalk, food is everything. We don't have any rides in there. There are some destinations where it's retail and the movie theaters and stuff like that, but it's all about food.
That's so great. I know that we have a lot of guests coming specifically because Universal CityWalk particularly is so accommodating to any kind of dietary restrictions. Can you speak on that, about how CityWalk handles that?
Yeah. Obviously, with dietary restrictions, also specific diets too, we want to be as accommodating as possible to the guest. We understand that this is the one time a guest may be coming out and they're spending a lot of money to have the best experience possible. So we want to make sure we continue that through in the restaurant. So with the dietary needs, we have identified all the allergens, the top 8 allergens, so we can identify within the food. The chef will come out to the table and talk to you around any kind of allergen or dietary need, whether it be vegan, gluten-free, shellfish, and stuff like that, just to make sure. And the cool thing, and I love it, when I see a chef comes out to a table and a guest is like, hey, I'm allergic to this, that, and that. What can I have on the menu? And the chef's like, well, what do you want? We can make whatever you want as long as it's in the building. Those are the cool things for me because, I don't care ever to be put in a box and say, hey, I'm this vegan guy. Hey, I'm the shellfish allergy guy that I can only have this. It's part of the show. It's a top focus for us right along there with high food quality. It's making sure we're as accommodating as possible.
All right, so we want to ask you some rapid fire questions about some of your favorites around CityWalk. Hopefully we don't get you in trouble here.
Yeah, you're going to have to choose some of your favorites.
You may.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It's all good, though.
You may not be welcome to go check into some of these restaurants after this. All right. So number 1, what's your favorite go-to dish in all of CityWalk?
Currently, it's a dish at Vivo. And this is one I always think about. Not the dish, but the question is the torchio pasta. And I'll give you a description of it here. It's torchio is obviously the pasta. It looks like a torch. Pretty cool. House-made fennel sausage. House-made. They're making it in the building. Fennel sausage meatballs, broccolini, red pepper flakes, oven-dried tomatoes, chicken broth, and Romano cheese.
Ooh.
Light. Perfect for this hot weather, and nothing too heavy, especially if you're working. But to me, I think I get that dish like 5 times a week. Maybe.
There's only 7 days in a week, chef.
Yeah, and I'm usually working 5 days a week, so that'll tell you how much I like that dish. But yeah, for right now, that's my go-to. I mean, I could go on, and I probably have one in every venue, but for now, that's the one that sticks out.
Oh, that sounds so
And
good.
it sounds like it always changes too, which makes sense.
Yeah.
There's
Absolutely.
always something new.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, second question. Put yourself in a guest's shoes. You're walking in through CityWalk. What's the best thing to grab early before you go into the parks?
To grab early?
Yes.
On the way in, yeah.
Yes.
I can't pass up Voodoo Donuts.
Oh.
Is it going to be the fastest? Depending on how the lines are. They do have some big lines, but that's where we have our mobile food order, which is a great way to beat the lines.
There you go.
Chef dropping a shout out to the mobile
A
ordering
VIP tip.
on the official Universal
A
Orlando app.
heck.
Yes. Voodoo Donuts for sure. I don't think you could leave the resort without having at least one of those. Quicker stuff, Hot Dog Hall of Fame. I think is always a great stop.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm always in the mood for a good hot dog. So, and they go through pretty quick too. So once again, on our mobile food ordering.
I love the baseball theme over there.
It's so cute.
I'm a big baseball fan.
And then we have Bend the Bow, which is another concept that's fairly new for us that's been added to mobile food ordering. It's bao buns. And who doesn't love bao buns? And it hits on a lot of the trends that are going on around like international like handhelds. It's so convenient in a theme park atmosphere to have something you could just walk around with instead of having to sit down, and a bao represents that perfectly. You could grab that, walk into the park, and not have to miss any time.
And the ingredients are like the brisket bao is
Ooh,
so good.
yeah, so good.
Oh my gosh.
Brisket bao is one of my favorite.
Okay, and number 3, the best place to grab dinner after a day.
You're trying to get me in
park.
trouble.
I know that, man.
Like picking your favorite child.
So I think that one's
you can pick apart best a little bit, maybe.
Well, I think that
Dodge
there's
that.
multiple things, right? So if I'm with my family and I have 2 teenagers, they're always going to want to go to a Cowfish. It's a family-oriented one, not too intimidating, and I like it a lot because it's one of the few restaurants that gives you the option of, hey, I just want a burger. But if you have someone in your party that is that more refined palate and wants something like sushi or some of our other options in there, or wants to try something cool like our burgushi, which is that sushi burger blend, it goes to both of those groups. So it's a cool spot to go because it's like there's always someone in the group that doesn't want a burger. Well, it's like, hey, we got sushi, or someone that doesn't want sushi. Hey, I have something as simple as a burger. So that one's always a good win, I think, from a family standpoint. Sure. If it's something more on the elegant side and we're looking to have a dinner for 2 or something of that nature, that's where I would typically go to like a Vivo Italian Kitchen or Big Fire, because I think it lends more to that elegance. Not to say that any of our other restaurants aren't elegant and doesn't have elegant food, but I think those 2 are the ones where they're a little smaller, and it lends the ambiance and stuff is just really elegant and refined. So those would be the 2 that I would say I would go to, if it's just like a dinner for 2, trying a little more refined thing.
Vivo is one of my go-to date spots, so I feel very affirmed.
There you go. There you go. Hey, I'm all about Big Fire.
Yeah.
Chopped salad. Ooh, everything.
But brisket at NBC, I can't miss that. I have to go there. The shakes at Toothsome, they have a Soul Almondine at Toothsome as well. Margaritaville, the volcano nachos. You have all these things that, to me, it's how you feel for that day.
Sure.
So what I'm hearing is the best place to eat at CityWalk is
CityWalk.
Yeah, make a day of it.
There's like a progressive dinner in there somewhere.
That's my favorite.
There's nothing wrong with having breakfast and then second breakfast or brunch, and then maybe lunch and then another lunch.
Early lunch, late lunch.
Yeah, make a day out of it. There's a lot to do out in CityWalk. Stop by, see the chefs, come and say hello. We're as friendly as anybody out in the parks. Most of us, at least.
Start knocking on
true.
doors.
Yeah.
Where's Chef Marcos?
Yeah, I'm here to see Chef
Where
Marcos.
is he?
Yeah. So I think it's as much a destination as part of our resort as anything else that we have here. Obviously, do everything in moderation. Be responsible. So don't be like, hey, Chef Marcos told me to have breakfast, lunch, dinner.
15 meals a day. Chef, it was such a pleasure. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. And don't go away because we do have a little game starring Chef Marcos.
All right. Awesome.
We're going to be playing a game with Executive Chef Marcos here. And he, as I understand, is going to be quizzing us on menu items, on dishes all throughout CityWalk. And David and I are to guess where those dishes come from.
Sure.
What restaurant?
We can do it like spelling bee style.
Okay.
Like if we need some
We have to spell them?
clarifications. No, we don't have to spell them.
Oh, I would
But
fail.
I'm saying like if we need clarification of like, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Like use the word in a sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Country of origin.
Can you use the dish? What cuisine?
Maybe-
What cuisine origin is that?
I don't know. I think cuisine origin would kind of give it away.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
That's fair.
but
we don't
we'll
we don't
find
want
ways.
hints. Right. We're pros here. We
Like
got
the
this.
origin of the word cuisine?
No, like
That's French.
Like if they're like, what kind of cuisine? It's like, oh, Latin flavor. Or
It's
like,
a steak.
Italian. It's a steak. Well, lots of places have steak at CityWalk,
Okay.
David.
All right. We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Okay, here's a question. Well, do we win something? Are we playing against each other? Do we get points?
We already won.
I'm competitive here, David.
We got to eat lunch with the executive chef of CityWalk.
That's
We've
fair.
already won.
You're right. You're
We're
right.
all winners.
I know. Thank you. Thank you, Chef.
If we win, will you come back one day and do more podcast episodes?
Absolutely.
And we'll
This
learn
is-
more
this is
things.
great.
Okay.
All right. So we can't lose, or we'll never come back.
What's better than food and talking, right?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
All right. So we're going to start with an easy one here. If I asked you guys to tell me where the dish esquites is served, what venue at CityWalk would you step into?
All right. I've actually had this dish. I think that is from Antojito's authentic Mexican food.
You are correct.
Muy bien.
Thank you.
Muy bien, muy
Gracias.
bien.
It's corn.
It's roasted corn.
so good.
It's an integral ingredient in Mexican cuisine, corn. So we use it in a lot of different ways. And this is just a really delicious way to do it.
Yeah, it's like street corn style, right?
It's street corn. There's another dish that is really popular in the Mexican cuisine. It's elotes, and that's on the cob already on the stick, smothered with the jalapeno mayo and the cotija cheese. So we decided to make it easier. Take it off the stick, off the cob, so no one has to struggle. And it's served in a nice cast iron dish, and you could dip the chips in it. And it's one of my favorites, and it's a vegetarian dish as well.
That's the way
So it
I
becomes
prefer it.
esquites if it's off the cob, elotes on the cob.
Correct.
Nice work. Okay.
Let's roll on.
We did.
All
We
right,
did
so
one.
nice job.
You're 1 for 1 so far.
All right. Feeling good.
All right, so this next one is a favorite of mine. If I was in the mood for some tableside s'mores, where would I be visiting? S'mores.
S'mores.
Tableside.
Can we
s'mores.
get a method of cooking?
tableside?
I'm a little concerned. How do we make s'mores?
Can you describe the ingredients?
The ingredients would be graham crackers. For those of you who don't know what a s'more is, chocolate,
Oh.
marshmallow, peanut butter cups.
Whoa!
Oh, I gave you a twist on that one,
Ooh,
right?
that took a turn.
And obviously the table that you're sitting at.
Integral to the dish.
I know this answer.
What is
I've
it?
had it before.
And some fire.
Oh,
Fire. There you go.
You know
It's
this.
a big fire.
Yep.
Yeah, I kind of led you on that one.
You
That was
did.
good.
You did.
That was good. You can get tableside s'mores? I didn't know that.
S'mores.
S'mores.
I can't say it.
Is it
correctly.
s'mores? S'mores?
The more times we say
No.
it, the weirder it gets.
It's
S'mores.
s'mores, right?
S'mores?
I just can't. It's s'mores.
But I love it. What a perfect dessert to go with the open flame theme
Yeah.
of Big Fire.
Absolutely.
Get your own little tableside open
But there's
flame.
also
much more
s'mores
manageable size.
At Toothsome Chocolate Emporium and Savory Feast Kitchen, right? Or a version
It's
of.
on the brunch menu. There's like a s'mores.
Yeah, you could. We play with a s'mores dish. There's a s'mores dessert as well. But the big difference with Big Fire is obviously replicating that, fireside feel.
Yeah.
So you actually are able to roast the marshmallow there as well. We're not bringing it out with the marshmallows already done. You guys are doing that piece in there. So it's interactive.
Cool.
Hence the table side. And you don't have to stand in a big open fire. We're not going to put you in the kitchen in front of the wood.
Thank you, Chef.
We've made it safe for the family over at Big Fire there.
Yeah.
So,
And also peanut butter. So,
yeah, you can't go wrong with peanut butter.
okay. That's
All
next.
right. So moving on to number 3, if I wanted to get a gnocchi dish, and this is a specific gnocchi dish that has grilled chicken and sweet peppers in it, where can I go to get it?
Grilled chicken gnocchi. Gnocchi says pasta to me,
Right?
Mm-hmm.
which I would say vivo, but I mean, there's a lot of gnocchi, right? David, what do you think?
My impulse is also Vivo Italian
Okay.
Kitchen.
We vote vivo.
All right, that's the final answer on that is Vivo.
Okay.
this gonna
When
be a
they say
curveball?
that, it makes me feel like we're
Curveball.
wrong.
Yeah, I might be trying to
Can
throw
we
you
get
off
can we get
course.
the elements of the dish?
Well, I did give you 2, grilled
Okay.
chicken and,
Grilled chicken,
and sweet
yeah.
peppers.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Yes, come try our gnocchi with grilled chicken, sweet peppers, rapini, finished off with a mole cream sauce.
Oh
A mole cream sauce.
I know this one.
You do?
Toothsome, Chocolate Emporium, and Savory Feast Kitchen.
No way.
It's the mole because it has chocolate in it.
Mole is also Mexican, though.
Oh, wait a
We
minute.
just went to Antojitos.
Wait, I
It's
thought
got to
it
be
was-
back to Toothsome Savory Feast Kitchen.
I mean, if you...
Toothsome Chocolate Emporium Savory Feast Kitchen.
I'd
I'd say final answer.
You think Toothsome?
Yeah.
Okay, we vote Toothsome now.
And Toothsome it is.
Whoever thought that was Vivo?
gotcha.
Ha!
Yeah.
What a dude that doesn't know.
Yeah,
food
what a
at
weirdo.
CityWalk.
Yeah, we try to be universal over at Toothsome. So we
Bit of everything.
Very on brand.
on brand, and a little bit of everything. All right, so moving on.
Okay, good.
Beyond Smokehouse. If I wanted a Beyond Smokehouse burger
Beyond
at
Smokehouse.
Beyond.
CityWalk,
Beyond the smokehouse.
Everywhere has burgers. Kinda. Well,
Can we get the animal of origin?
the animal was created in a lab.
oh, it's a clone.
I think the Beyond is the key there. It's not a meat product.
Yeah. Oh, wait. We know this one.
We talked about it at lunch.
We did.
but I don't remember where it was from.
No, it was they smoked the brisket. Or no, wait.
Brisket. Yeah, you're on the right track with the smoking.
Okay.
No brisket though.
Oh, right.
A little clue. Just
Not
think
Big Fire.
Think vegan.
NBC, Sports Grill and Brew.
Is that the final?
For a good Beyond.
I could give you the description, or you want to go with it.
I mean, throw in a description, chef.
right.
We gotta be sure.
Yeah.
All right. As the name
It's high
states,
stakes.
Beyond. So we have a Beyond burger in there.
Okay.
It's smoked jackfruit pulled, some vegan American cheese,
Ooh.
house-made barbecue sauce, caramelized onions, and bib lettuce on a toasted Kaiser roll.
Ooh, that sounds really good.
It's delicious. Are we sticking with NBC
I think we're sticking with NBC,
NBC.
Sports Grill and Brew.
and Brew? You guys are correct.
Boom!
Doing very good.
What would be
there.
the preferred brew pairing?
Oh, that's what we should have asked.
Yeah, that's a good one. We have some that are made just for the venue. I want to say there's the 862 brew. That's
I love
made
numbers.
just for NBC. You can't get it anywhere else. So definitely come and try that. But
Okay.
there's countless beers and drinks there. So, open it up. Feel free. Come enjoy the Beyond Smokehouse.
Beyond Smokehouse
With
and
it.
the 862.
Yeah.
That's probably a deep cut on that menu. That
Yeah.
Yeah.
sounds good.
I love stories behind the stuff.
And it's vegan, so it's given a nice a vegan option there that doesn't have to come across as vegan. It can be eaten by vegans. It could be eaten by carnivores.
Yeah.
We want to hit every aspect and make sure that everyone's being represented with great quality food. So, all
Okay,
right.
I'm gonna
So let's move on to one more here, more on the sweet side.
Ooh.
If I wanted to get an item called the ODB, where would I go? And what is it?
Oh, no.
I guess we can't ask for what it stands for if you want us to
No.
guess that.
It stands for ODB.
Thank you, chef. ODB.
There's a wrestler that comes to mind, but I'll leave it at that.
football player that comes to mind.
Um,
There's a rapper. that
A
comes to
rapper.
mind. Okay. All right. David, process of elimination.
okay.
I'm thinking it's probably not Antojitos. It doesn't sound
I don't think we're going to repeat any restaurants that
Okay.
we've already
all right.
Yeah.
gone for.
ODB. Old dry brisket. No, we would never serve that. That would be silly.
Yeah, that's at the end of the night
That's right.
at NBC.
Orange.
Oh, dat biscuit.
Oh, that biscuit. That sounds so good.
Remember, I said a sweet component.
A sweet. It's a
Stop.
dessert.
Not that a
It's a
We're
biscuit
not
can't be
using our
sweet.
Okay.
context
But
clues. Okay.
Oh.
Do you know it?
Is this a type of pastry?
sure,
Oh.
Is it round?
if made correctly.
Is this on the menu of Voodoo Donut? Is this a Voodoo Donut?
It is.
Boom!
Nice.
It's one of
And it
our-
stands for Oh Donut Bites.
Sure.
Oh,
What does it stand for?
I don't know if we can say that on radio.
Oh, okay.
That
Well,
might have to be more late night.
gotcha. Well,
But
I'm sure it's
Those
delicious.
voodoo donuts.
I can tell you what it
Think
is.
of
It's
wild.
voodoo. We do have some eclectic names and donuts on there. This one's a raised yeast donut. It's got chocolate frosting, cookies, and peanut butter on there, and it's absolutely delicious.
That sounds scrumptious.
And then my favorite is the Texas one. I thought that would be too easy. It's just a giant glazed donut.
That great big huge thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
I love Boston cream donuts. So the Portland cream.
Portland cream.
is what they have there. It's
Yeah.
just a giant Boston cream donut. It's
I
so
like
good.
the spicy what's it called, the Mexican chocolate donut. It has like
got, like,
cayenne
chili in
powder
it?
or something.
Oh, like the Diablo Rex.
Diablo Rex, that's the one. Oh, it's very good.
Yeah, there's something there for everybody. And we do a lot of seasonal stuff there, and so you never know what to expect at Voodoo.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool donuts that we rotate in and out.
Did we get 5 for 5?
Yes,
If this was a
we
spelling
asked great
bee,
questions,
would we
you know.
have won?
it depends on what
We
grade
didn't
level
spell any
spelling
of
bee.
them. We spelled ODB. We
spelled-
got that one
We spelled
right.
ODB correctly. I'm proud of us. David, I say we got 1,000%.
Yes.
Nice.
Thank you.
Absolutely,
That
excellent
means you're
job.
contractually obligated to come back and hang out with us again sometime.
Yeah, do it. We'll do the food. There's a lot to see at CityWalk.
You bet.
One day isn't enough. So
For real. You guys, it has been a pleasure hanging out with CityWalk Executive Chef Marcos Colon. Thank you so much for being here, for joining us, for giving us a little quiz.
my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thanks.
David, I'm full.
Yes.
Full of information
And knowledge.
and knowledge. Feel like I gobbled it all up here with Chef today. I'm getting a sign here from our executive producer, Michelle, that we're running a little long. We got to
Who would have thought?
talking about all things CityWalk dining would eat up our time. So
We
why
didn't
don't
even get to all the other things to do at CityWalk.
I know. You know what we need to do? We
Yeah.
need to do that at a later time, because I really want to deep dive on all the entertainment and shopping options that we have at CityWalk as well.
I think that'll just be its own episode then.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
we
do
can
that.
talk enough about that.
Perfect. So let's put a pin in dining here, and why don't we jump into our Take 5 rewind? Let's wrap it up.
Yum. Number one, if you didn't notice from our long discussion, there are so many dining options here at Universal Orlando CityWalk. If you just wanted a quick lunch, if you wanted to grab something on the way into the park for breakfast, if you want fast food, fast casual, a nice sit-down fancy dinner, date night, celebration, whatever, there's something for it. Pro tip, most nights after 6 p.m., CityWalk actually has free parking as well. So if you just want to come out to CityWalk for an amazing dinner, that's totally an option. You should definitely do that.
Number 2, dietary needs or dietary restrictions, preferences, food allergies, all of that will be accommodated across property here at Universal, especially at Universal CityWalk. You can come hang out. You can eat what tastes good to you. You can eat what feels good to you. And there are healthy eating options as well. Any questions about that, you can check out the Universal Orlando website. You can also check the show notes for attachments to that.
Number 3, some of the dining locations at CityWalk can get pretty busy. So there are some ways to kind of beat that rush. Number 1, we've talked about it a lot on the podcast, but there is the mobile food and drink ordering on that official Universal Orlando app that you can use for some of the venues out there. Also, you can try to make a reservation either online or by calling over the phone. You definitely want to do that in advance if you know you're going to be coming to CityWalk as well. Pro tip, if you are staying at one of our premier hotels, which of course includes Lowe's Royal Pacific Resort, Hard Rock Hotel, and Lowe's Portofino Bay Hotel. If you show your room key to the host or hostess, they'll actually give you priority seating at some select restaurants, which is awesome. And then if you want to bring food back to your room, this is the sort of thing I kind of do. I'll go up and I'll ask to go, maybe order food from the bar or something like that, and they'll package it up for you. You take it to go, and I'll have my luxurious dinner sitting on my bed in my hotel room.
Fancy.
There's also a concierge desk right in the middle of CityWalk when you first come in, right next to the Starbucks. So if you have any questions, they'll be happy to point you in the right direction.
Number 4, again, like Chef Marcos mentioned, we strive to provide quality, fresh ingredients anytime that we can. So we also learned that there's a production kitchen on property and a bakery, again, where those fresh quality things are made every day right here on site. So you're definitely getting the quality food, quality ingredients. Know that everything you get is prepared in the highest way.
I was amazed at how many things are made right here on site. And number 5, last but not least, we did mention it before, but CityWalk, not just dining, there's so much to do. There's so many amazing entertainment venues. So much so that I think we're going to have to make another episode. I
That's
can't wait
right.
to dive in and talk about some of the cool retail experiences out there. There's cool kiosks. There's mini golf. There's a movie theater. There's a karaoke lounge. Everything. Also, we are so excited at the news that an escape room is coming to Universal CityWalk this fall, featuring 2 different themed escape room adventures based on the iconic franchises of Jurassic World and Back to the Future. So more details and information on that to come soon.
Very excited. Looking forward to it.
And that, my friends, wraps up our dining trip around CityWalk. Thank you again so much for listening. Big shout out to our executive producer, Michelle. Thank you to Chef Marcos as well. How cool was that talking to him? Our engineer, Art, always making us sound good. Thanks, Kari,
Thanks, David.
for being a great co-host,
You're the best.
partner.
And thank you to our listeners. You guys are the best, and you're what makes us tick. We love hearing what you think of the podcast. So definitely leave some comments, leave some thumbs up, like, subscribe.
What do you want to hear next on our podcast?
Let us know
on the socials.
To learn more about Universal Parks and Resorts, head to our show notes for links to our Discover Universal blog for a more in-depth look around our destination. While you're there, sign up to receive emails that will include articles, videos, and this podcast delivered right to your inbox to prepare for your next vacation. If you liked what you heard, leave us a review and don't forget to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.